Welcome back to Golden High School. This is back to school night. I hope that everybody is in the right spot. If you are an AP, Calculus AB, or BC, you're in the right place. I just want to start off by telling you a little bit about me if you don't know me already. My name is Shannon Garvin. I've been teaching at Golden High School since 2002. I love it here. I hope to finish out my career here. I love the students. I love the town. I love everything about it. I'm happy that you're in my class. I hope that you're excited for a great year. I know we're going through a lot, but it's going to be a great year. We're going to navigate this just fine. I have three children. Two are in elementary, one is in middle school. And my husband and I are navigating the same things that you guys are, trying to figure out how to get through a global pandemic and learn as much as they can. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me. I want you guys to know that we are going to be using Google Classroom this year, and you guys are already champs at it, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I will tell you that the reason I don't have a code up here is because I don't have the rosters yet. As soon as I get those, I will just invite you into the class, and if there's any problems, we'll work it out. The expectation for this year is super important that you participate. I always make my students participate, but this more than ever, we're going to have people asking questions, emailing me, calling me, letting me know if you're struggling, calling each other and working this out together. Participation is the most important thing I can think of when I think about this year. The best way to contact me is at sgarvin@jeffco.k12.co.us, or you can call me on my phone, my cell phone at 720-560-1174. Just don't call me too late, students. 9 o'clock, 9:30 is probably as late as I want. And of course, if it's an emergency, but I'm old, so I go to bed early. Okay. I'm gonna say this a few times that I know the times are tough right now and that we will get through this together. I know some of you are worried about the AP exam or grades and all of that. And I just want you to know that even though this is a different time for me in terms of my teaching career, it's not too different that I can't handle it. And I've been teaching for a long time. So we're going to be just fine. I want to stress that we're going to be fine as long as you stay engaged. And students, you just got to keep up with the work, and you're going to be just fine. And if you get behind, you got to just let me know, and that's still staying engaged. All right. This is from Audrey Weeks. She's one of my favorite mathematicians. She's the author of Calculus in Motion. And I stole this from her. And I'm going to go ahead and read these next few slides because I think they're so true to our situation, and especially this year. Learning mathematics is a struggle at some level for all of us. Rather than seeing this struggle as something to avoid, we can see it as one of the most valuable things offered to our students. Mathematics offers them an opportunity to learn how to work through the struggle, how to bring to it what they have, how to find and use the things they need. Regardless of their perceived aptitudes or gifts in mathematics, they can learn that they have within themselves what they need to meet this challenge. Struggle in mathematics is not the enemy, any more than sweating is the enemy in basketball. It is part of the process and a clear sign of being in the game. Math asks our students to think in ways they are not used to thinking. They will be asked to look at the obvious in ways they are not accustomed to, and then we'll ask them to explore the not so obvious in similar ways. A rigor of thinking and a clarity of expression is demanded that will stretch them beyond familiar styles. It will also require an honest pursuit. There really are no shortcuts. The opportunity begins when the struggle begins. I put this on here, students and parents, because I want you to know that the struggle is not the problem unless it's not healthy. So, in this class, you're going to struggle and you're going to learn things that in notation that you have never seen. And some of you are going to run and sprint through it, and some of you are going to be walking and crawling through it. And it's going to switch off. It's going to be different for every student depending on what unit we're in. So I just want you to know that just because you're struggling doesn't mean that you're not smart enough to be in the class. You are. You are absolutely ready for this class. You will struggle, and it is going to be just fine. The units that we are going to be covering are limits and continuity, differentiation, integration, differential equations. And for my BC students, we are going to be going over parametrics, polar sequences series, and what's not on here is some vector work. So we have a lot to cover this year, But like I said, don't get too stressed because we're going to be just fine. Parents and guardians, this is for you. I know that you might be thinking, how can I help my student right now? I want you to remember that healthy struggle is okay. I hate this class. That's not healthy struggle. Avoiding it, putting it off till the last minute, that's not healthy struggle. Those are signs where I need you to reach out to me, and I will try to reach out to you if I'm noticing it as well. But no, healthy struggle is where a student is like frustrated. They spend a lot of time thinking, and the math is hard, but they're still able to move forward and call friends or talk to me, and that's healthy struggle. So I want you to know that the difference. There's a healthy struggle, and then there's an avoidance, or some of the other things I mentioned that just give me a call, or students, you can give me a call as well. Students need to take responsibility for their own learning and their own struggle. This is so important as you guys are getting ready to go off to college, that you are understanding, what is it that I don't know? What is it that I do know? And how can I communicate the difference between the two? So I hope that students, if you have not already, that you start to take that lead role, and I will help you with that. Resist, parents, if you can resist the common temptation to explain the struggle as genetic. I'm not good at math, so you weren't good at math. I did well until I got to calculus, and so that's what's happening to you. Let this be about the student and not necessarily about our experience. Guide children to resources that can help them. Their online resources, their notes. I know you guys aren't children, but I just want you to guide your kids to get help from me, from their peers, from other online things. But let's just all work together and make this a success. Value math classwork slash homework. Some students, especially at this level, they just try to get it done, check off the box. They don't really like to do the thinking that's involved. They want to see a pattern. They want to see an example that's exactly like the example they're going to do. And they just want to follow that process without really thinking about it. So hopefully you're not one like that, but if you are, it's okay. But try not to just get it done. Try to actually think about it and encourage the process. And parents, you can help out with that. Expand the focus beyond the grade. I am going to make the grade, if your path to an A is going to be very clear. We are in different time right now. The assessments are not going to be as easy to do. I am not going to just make every time you're in class, you're going to take a test. I don't think that's healthy. So we're going to have shorter tests. It's going to look a little different than I've ever done before, but I think it's going to be valuable. All of those tests, you're going to be able to make up, or as long as you're learning the work and you can demonstrate that you understand it, you're going to be able to get an A. So I'm more concerned about the work ethic, the engagement, the fact that you're actually trying to fix mistakes, than I am about I got you and your grade is done. So don't focus too much on the grade. I will try to make sure grades are posted and updated so parents and students can see like there's a problem or not. And then parents, if you could really praise the process. I don't know how many of you took calculus in high school, 1 or 2, but this is pretty awesome that they've made it this far. So I want them to stay engaged, and if you can praise the process, that would really help me out. All right, materials required for this class. I am going to be giving you lots of attachments that you can print out. If you're having trouble printing it out, I can always print it out and give it to you. I know that it'll all be on Google Classroom, but I still believe in writing and math. I still believe in the pencil and the paper and writing it down, drawing a picture, making the problem simpler. These are all strategies we're going to use, and it's really not as easy to do when you're trying to draw on a touch screen or something like that. So I'm gonna ask that you print some things out, and I want you to have a notebook just so you can take it with you to college. You will need graph paper. I prefer engineering paper, but it's okay if you just have any kind of graph paper. You will need that. Obviously, pencils and erasers. I would really like you to work in pencil if at all possible, and of course, I know you'll be on the computers too. A graphing calculator is a must. I prefer a TI-84 or a TI Inspire, but the 84 is the best. Most of my students don't have the Inspires, so an 84, it's just a great calculator. So an 84 is just fine. And Chromebook slash computer, if you haven't gotten one of these, you're going to absolutely need one, and you can contact the school and let them know that you need one. But I bet you already have one. So I just hope that this helps. And I just, like I said back here, I know that times are tough and we're going to do this together. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure that you email me or call me. I want this to go great, and I want your students, I want you guys to just know that I want you guys to be happy, and I want you to learn a lot of calculus. So take care, and I'll see you soon.